guys, and welcome to another episode of Everyday EDC. My name is Tyler, and today we're going to do something slightly different. I'm going to call this Spyderco Saturday. So what we're going to do on Spyderco Saturday, I am going to show you all the Spydercos I currently have in my possession. Not all of these are mine. This one and this one belong to Jake. The lightweight PM3 and the Emphasis. But I'm going to talk about each one, I'm going to pick it up, and I'm going to narrow it down to my current favorite Spyderco knife in my possession. So, without further ado, let's get started. This is Spyderco Saturday. Welcome on back. I'm going to start this, I guess. Maybe I'll do this once a week or something, Spyderco Saturdays. So let's start out with the one that's obviously not my favorite, but this is a forever just monstrous, I beat the living crap out of knife. This is my Spyderco Tenacious with the full serrations. I had the straight edge version, and I gave it away to a friend who had this garbage knife that had no, it was going to fall apart in her hands. So I was like, here, take the knife. I don't care. I got enough stuff. But this one's not going anywhere. Why is this one not going anywhere? Because this is like my gardening knife. When I'm outside and I'm like trimming like limbs and stuff, I take this out and I just saw away. Is it the best sawing tool for the job? No. But is it the most convenient to carry with you? For sure. And it gives me an excuse to use a knife. The action on this guy's great, but I'm sure there's blade play. Actually, there's not too much blade play. So my thoughts on the Tenacious. The Tenacious is a fantastic freaking knife. For $50 or whatever this costs for the lightweight version, good lord. This thing is just, this is kind of all you need in a knife. Yes, it's 8CR 13 MOV, so for the price, but you're getting the Spyderco, and I mean, this is on bearings. Look at this action, and this is gummy. Like, this is nasty. Nasty knife, and it's still just cruising right along. It's a fantastic knife. It is not my favorite, but this is definitely a forever knife. Now, let me kind of stop here for a second. I never thought that I would be a Spyderco guy. You look at them and you're like, man, that is fugly. Like almost everything they got. Yeah, the smock looks good. The Shaman looks okay. The Emphasis looks okay. But these things this is an ugly looking knife. Especially when you open it up. You're like, what the? So I tell everybody when they start judging Spydercos by the way that they look, I use the example. She may not be the best looking, but she's got a great freaking personality. And that's where Spyderco comes in. Now, I don't agree with that like I said, I think my Shaman's gorgeous. Whew. I think the Smock is a very good looking knife. I think they're all good looking, but that's also because I got to know her. You got to know her, you gave her a chance, and now that you know her, you see her for who she is rather than what's on the outside. And that's where this comes into play. So if you're not a Spyderco guy, do me a favor. Try to get your hands on just a Tenacious. Just get this in your hand. Use it for a couple days. And then come back and tell me you still hate Spydercos. And I'll say, okay. But until you give it a chance and you get a little time to get to know them, oh man. You guys are going to be... There's a reason I have this many Spydercos on the table right now. I don't have that many. Anything else, QSP is the only thing that came close. And I ended up selling all my QSPs. My Spydercos, I'm like, I don't really want to sell them other than the Astute. But, yeah, so. Anyways, back to my favorite Spyderco, right? We already talked about the Tenacious. Love them, but, it's my beat the crap out of knife. Definitely not my favorite. Now let's kind of jump into the next one. if you haven't noticed, I'm picking the ones that I dislike the most to start with each and every. So this is the Spyderco Astute. First and foremost, I thought this thing was much bigger when I got it. I forgot what its older brother looks like, the bigger brother. But where this thing's awesome is that, listen to this. For such a small knife, this thing snaps and it fires. And it's on washers too. I don't think there's a single Spyderco here on bearings. And it just, finger got in the way. But easily deployed. This is a mouse in your pocket. You don't even know it's there. No, it's not deep carry, but if you tried to throw a deep carry on it. Actually, I never noticed this about the Astute. This is annoying. How half-assed is that, Spyderco? I'm giving you guys praises. You put a frickin' pocket clip that has a hole in the center for a lanyard hole, and clearly your lanyard hole is here. Hey, get your shit together. That's crap. Why would you do that? And I'm surprised I haven't noticed it yet. That's irritating. That's literally half-assed as hell. But it's still a great knife. It's still got great ergonomics, and actually this fat body of the handle works very well. Even though you don't have a full 4-finger grip, it fills out your hand, and then you got your thumb or your finger on the thumb ramp, and it just, this is a great little knife. Is it my favorite little knife? No. Is it my favorite Spyderco? No. Next on the list, let's start chipping away. So I'm going to get rid of one of Jake's knives. This is the Spyderco Emphasis. Now, I really, really, really like this knife. But, you know, the 8CR13 steel always irritates me for some reason. Like Spyderco, you're selling these at like $60. Just slap on like D2 or even, you know, 14C or even 12C27. Like, do something else. We would all be very, very happy with 9CR18 MOV. Oh my gosh, would I be happy with that. I just hate the fact that you threw on 8CR13 on this. All that being said, the ergonomics are fantastic, which I'm going to be doing a comparison of these two. And it's not to compare them for the price, but they have the same design language. I don't want to really steal any of my thunder there on that one, but they're all based off of the native. This is based off of the Efficient, which is kind of a spin-off of the native, which turned into the design language for the Shaman, but take all that with a grain of salt. So is this my favorite knife? No, but this has really good ergonomics. If it had a better blade steel, it might make it higher up on the list. The pocket clip is great, so it carries very well, although it's straight. You know, once again, they didn't put any thought into this. They just let it straight down. Now, if it was me, I would angle it slightly, you know, like at another 5 or 10 degree angle, so it contours with your pocket. Let's see. They all kind of do that, don't they? Yep, all the Spydercos do that. But, you know, so this is a Spyderco Emphasis, and, you know, not my favorite. So next, what do we have? I'm going to knock off Jake's knife too. I'm biased because they're not mine. I don't like them as much as mine. So this is the Spyderco PM3 Lightweight. I know the Lightweight PM3, everybody's going, oh, you did that for... Well, you know, A, it's not my knife. B, I am a guy that doesn't appreciate something like the Bug Out because it weighs less than my frickin'... I almost went explicit there. It weighs less than my arm hair, right? I don't care about that. But I also, like I said before, I work in a mill, so none of that really matters to me. I'm always wearing jeans, even in basketball shorts. I slept with the Shaman in my pocket in basketball shorts last night. So I'm used to it. It's not a big deal. So the size and the lightweight, I don't care about. The ergonomics of the PM3, holy crap, they are good. These things, this is fan-freaking-tastic. The action with the compression lock is great. And this is a very, very good all-around knife. I just appreciate something a little bit more substantial. Next on the list, let's get rid of the PM2. Now, the PM2 was one that when I first got, I didn't really understand the break-in period when I first got the PM2. It was my first review knife that I bought. I mean, this thing's still going in through a break-in period, the Shaman, but I understand it now, right? I'm like, okay, I gotta wear it away. You gotta create a little bit of a trek, get rid of some of that DLC coating. This, I had to really fidget with to get it to break in, and I still didn't get it to break in. What made me love this knife is I took it camping one day, right? And I'm sitting there with my nephews, and we were trying to make sharpen a stick for hot dogs or marshmallows. So I took out my knife and I just started using it, right? I'm shaving the stick, coming it down to a point, just really making an excuse to use it. And it made sense. In that moment, it made sense. It clicked. It was like, oh, this is nice. This is nice. This thing is just great. I love the PM2. I get why people just collect these. I'm not a guy that would just collect these. I actually, the reason my PM3 is still on the table, not only because it's the DLT trading version, I kind of prefer the PM3, and I think I like the ergonomics better, even though some people may call me crazy. But the PM2, this is a beast, absolute beast. Next on the list, let's get rid of the Manix 2. That hurts my brain because the Manix 2 was my first Spyderco true love. I got the Manix 2. It has this ball bearing lock. The fidget factor on it is fantastic until you find something else that's even better. The ergonomics are just, they're like a mixture between the PM2. What did I do with it? It's like a mixture between the PM2 and the Shaman. So it's got like a little bit of both in it. I mean, honestly, side note again on Spyderco freaking Saturday. Let's be honest, Spyderco. Well, I mean, you're all designed from the same person, blah, blah, blah. You don't really do different things, right? You change the locking mechanism. You change the blade shape slightly. You change the thumb ramp to an extreme, to a medium, to none. And that is all we do. And everything else is almost the exact same. Look at every single Spyderco's half finger choil, right? Everything that they have this half finger choil in there. And it's like a perfect build, so why change it? This one doesn't. The Astute and make me out to be a liar. And that one doesn't either. Tenacious and the Astute don't, and I don't think this one really does, but they kind of put this weird finger choil in there. But they don't change it. Their basic line is this. Heavy ramp, heavy ramp, heavy ramp, medium ramp, no ramp. All with jimping, right? Their design language is the exact same. Now, I go off on that tangent to say, I noticed the other day when I was reviewing the Delica, that the Pacific Salt or one of the Salt models, it was the exact same thing as the Delica. I don't have them both in hand to compare, but they're the exact same thing. All you do is you make it basically stainless, you know? And the sad part is it doesn't make me mad. It's just like one of those where you're like, uh-huh. You know, it doesn't make you mad because it's such a good design. And that's where I was going with this. This has this medium ramp. It's the ergonomics are phenomenal. The only thing that would make these ergonomics better is if these scales were contoured. And eventually one day I might, because this is a forever knife. But unfortunately, you know, I don't carry this as much as I would carry my PM3 or as much as I would carry my Shaman or even as much as I would carry the Smock. The Smock's different. The Smock gets some unique points. But the Shaman was my first love for Spyderco. This thing is awesome. Next on the list to go. This is hard, because these three I love for different reasons. The Fidget King right here. The Shaman's my grail. And the PM3, I'm so excited to get this DLT trading cruiser. I got so many plans for these scales. I'm going to do some micarta. It's going to be custom work. It's going to look great. Everything is going to be great. I talk to the most smartest people. You know, and it's just, So, I am sadly going to have to get rid of my Smock. The reason I am getting rid of the Smock is because I appreciate it for its fidget factor, and I really like the blade shape. But the ergonomics, they don't win it for me. I'm sorry, they don't win it. The ergonomics are okay. That's where Spyderco, they did something different, and they achieved great fidget factor. They achieved great blade shape and functionality, and everything's a balance. You lost a little bit of your ergos with this. Not bad. Not bad. It made it to the top 3. But that's where this goes out the window. And obviously, my PM2 and my Shaman's going to come first because it's the newest. It's my grail. I love the Shaman. I've been in love with the Shaman ever since I seen it. And so, yeah, the PM3 was a must-have for a review knife. And because Jake wouldn't sell me his lightweight, I went out and splurged on the DLT trading. And if you guys couldn't tell, I'm kind of building up good review knives that are, like, pretty. So they're forever knives anyways, right? Might as well just get something pretty and leave it as a forever knife. But once this broke in, I mean, this wasn't broken in when I got it, but good Lord, the fidget on this is great. The ergonomics on this little guy are amazing. The blade on this is amazing. Everything about this is amazing. I think the purple scales are ugly as sin, but short of that, this is an amazing, amazing knife. I love the G10 version over the lightweight, like I said, because I prefer something substantial in my hands. I don't want, I don't have a good example out here, but I don't want that bug out feel. I guess the lightweight is a good example. I don't want the lightweight feel. I don't need, I'm a man. I don't need something, not saying you guys aren't, I just don't need something that weighs a little bit. You add a couple more ounces, it's not going to break my heart, and it actually feels better. It feels like you have something in your hands. So there's that rant on that. So last but not least, my Spyderco Shaman. This is obviously my favorite knife. This is my grail knife. The one thing that this has that none of the others have is this contouring. I am a sucker for contoured scales. And even though it's not fully contoured, like it's like half contoured and then flats off, it's just thick and meaty in your hand. This thing is just fantastic. And I know once it breaks in, it's going to be an ergonomic beast. Not an ergonomic, but a fidget beast. It's going to be, here's my Benchmade Super Freak. These two are my frickin', oh my goodness, knives. And they'll never go anywhere, ever. I'm flirting with the Smock. I might get rid of it, I might not. But the Shaman will never go anywhere. I'm going to dump some money into this guy. We're going to figure out how to make it even cooler. And this thing is awesome. Ergonomically, it is super sound. Fidget, once I get it broken in, is going to be great. You can already tell. One thing that sucks about the coated version, by the way, is this little thumb nipple does bump into your hand as you come back here. Let's see if I could show it. See how my finger's moving? It bumps into your finger. So I can't really get rid of that because it's coated in DLT unless I know somebody who can do DLT coatings, and I don't. But you learn to get away. Notice how my finger's already moving. I'm all over the place right now. You learn to work around it. But my goodness, guys, the Shaman, it's just it's the best of everything, in my opinion, that Spyderco does. It's the absolute best of everything. It doesn't have the best fidget factor compared to the Smock now, but it's right there. The compression lock is stupid fidgety. And it's just a fantastic, fantastic knife. It's a little bit heavier, but this is my favorite Spyderco that I currently own. I even forgot why I was doing this. I just got so wrapped up in the Spyderco thing. This is my favorite Spyderco that I currently own. It is fantastic. This knife, but all of these knives, guys, even the budget versions, even the 8CRs, when I complained about them a little bit, it doesn't matter. These things are all awesome. I am not paid by Spyderco. I am not trying to do a Spyderco advertisement. But you knife guys that have not tried Spyderco yet, you have to. At the very least to say, I tried it. Because it's like trying ketchup. You could try it, you might not like it, but at least try it, right? Because it's so... That's Spyderco. They're so good. They're just so good. So, this is my favorite Spyderco that I currently own. This is part of, I'm going to steal a term called the Holy Trinity of knives, and I only have two of them. I have my Benchmade Super Freak. I digress again, right? I have my Benchmade Super Freak. And I have my Spyderco Shaman. And I told you guys that I never announce my giveaways. Well, guess what? Those of you that watched to this point in time, you guys are now participating in a giveaway. In the name of Spyderco, I'm going to give away the first knife that Jake donated to the channel. This is the Bird Caracara 2. This knife is going to be a giveaway for the upcoming question. I have a holy trinity of knives. Trinity means three for those of you that, those of you that don't know what Trinity means. Trinity means three. The Benchmade Super Freak and the Shaman make up two legs of that three. I have one more. What I don't want you guys to do is to put in the comments what you think that Holy Trinity third piece is. I don't want anybody who's not watching up to this point to even have a chance at winning. They're going to read the comments and go, oh shit, I got to put something in there, right? So don't even mention the giveaway in the comments. Please, don't. That's why I like doing these. I need you guys to email me what the third Holy Trinity piece is. You guys get one guess. And I am going to make the deadline. We'll make it tonight at, say, 12 a.m., okay? You guys get one guess. The deadline will be tonight at 12 a.m. to email me at tholler7777@gmail.com. Now, I'm going to rewrite that because when I was doing my Black Friday sale, so it's T-Holler, THOLLAR 7777@gmail.com. Email me what you think that third piece of the Holy Trinity is. If by 12 o'clock tonight you guys don't guess it, and you only get one guess, but if by 12 o'clock tonight you guys do not guess it, I'm going to email each and every one of you back at the same exact time. Well, it'll be as close to the same exact time as possible. And tell you guys, try another one. And so by that point in time, I will already have locked in the people that are participating in this. I will say, try another one, and you guys get to go. If I tell you, try another one, we're going to keep going until somebody guesses it. I'm not giving you any hints. If you guys know me and you guys pay attention to the things that I do, you guys will know. And it's not anything obnoxious. I'm not saying it's like a Koenig Arius or something like that, okay? What is my Holy Trinity third knife? Shh. If you guys put this in the comments, if anybody who's watching this video puts in the comments, awesome giveaway, do this, before a winner is declared, I am going to disqualify you. I have fun with these. These are for the guys that watch the channel. I told you before, I don't want to give away stuff to people that just want to join in the giveaway. The giveaway is not to bring in more people at this point. The giveaway is to give back to you guys. So do not give free advertisements for the giveaway until somebody has won. You guys have until 12 o'clock tonight to watch it. I'm posting it at it's 9:30 now. I'm going to post, is it 9:30 now? Holy crap, that's early. It's 9:30 Saturday morning Central Time. You have till 12 a.m. Sunday morning, which is in 13 hours. No, it's in 15 hours. Jesus Christ, math. From now, Central Time, to post and email me what you think my Holy Trinity knife is. Do it quick. I will disqualify you if you put it in the comments before a winner is declared. Shh, keep it between us. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. I enjoy this shit. I enjoy interacting with you guys, and I just can't wait to give back because you guys deserve it. So, my name is Tyler. This is Everyday EDC. You guys stay sharp. Stay safe. Have a great frickin' day. Good luck.